Hi champs, welcome to my channel Frances Okiki. With more Frances Okiki. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. So today I'm going to be continuing with young single Christian sex talk. On today's episode of Young Single Christian Sex Talk, I'm going to be talking about King Solomon. Yes. A lot of people give King Solomon as an excuse whenever they talk about having multiple sexual partners, be it in marriage or outside marriage. Like King Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines, but God still loved him, gave him wisdom, and all that. Well, that's their excuse, or that's part of their arguments that premarital sex and adultery is not bad. But one thing people forget when they keep saying God blessed Solomon with everything good, and that men and women from all races, from all over the world, came to meet him to learn, to experience his wisdom firsthand. Yes, he was married to multiple women, I know, and all that, but the forgotten truth is that God visited Solomon that night in his dream just after he became king. At that time, he was not married to 700 women. At that time, he did not have 300 concubines. So, Solomon actually disobeyed God by marrying 700 wives and 300 concubines. And like, wait, what do you mean he disobeyed God? Yes, he did, because when God brought the Israelites out of the land of Egypt and he took them to the land of Canaan, which he wanted them to occupy, part of the laws he gave Moses, that the Israelites were to observe was, because he even told them, it was repeated more than once, they should not marry from the people in the land they were going to occupy. Because God even said that if they married people from the land they were going to occupy, those people would turn their hearts away from God and they will start worshiping the gods of those lands and doing the disgusting practices the people there in the lands they were about to occupy did. So you see, Solomon disobeyed God and he married that number of people. And like everything did have consequences because of his disobedience to God. It was right. God was right, because when he married the 700 wives, I think Solomon was being liberal, like, okay, yeah, let me marry from all the races on earth, all the tribes, everybody. Or I think this person is about to become problematic. Let me marry from his family, like things like that. We're just marrying to create diplomatic ties all around, forgetting this is what God told you to do. He didn't know that. That's why he had 700 wives and 300 concubines. And then to please all those women, he started worshiping their gods. That kind of like, baby, follow me to my temple today. Let me worship my God. He'll follow this one to go and worship Ashtaroth. Follow me. He'll follow this one to go and worship Baal. Follow me. He'll follow this one to go and worship Magog. Gog, like that. He was just following them around to worship all their gods. And in the end, his heart was turned away from God. And part of the consequences was the kingdom was practically almost taken away from his child. I don't think it was even because of the question his son was asked that your father made our yoke heavy. What would you do to lighten our burden? And then he now went to go and consult. I don't think it was even, I think, because God is omnipotent, omniscient, he already knew what was going to happen. I think, and as always, these are my perspectives and my thoughts. I think, instead of taking the whole kingdom away from Solomon's offspring, God remembered his vow to David. He was promised to David that the kingship will never depart from the lineage of David. So, irrespective of what Solomon did, worshiping other gods, marrying 700 strange women from different and worshiping all their gods and whatnot. That's why I think it was one tribe or two that was left for his son, and 10 was given to Jehu. Jehu or Jeroboam? Jehu. So yes, that's what happened. Solomon is not a good example. He disobeyed God, and there were consequences to it. So yeah, all that wisdom, all that knowledge, all that wealth God gave to him before his 700 wives and 300 concubines. Champs, as always, I hope my thoughts on this have been able to help you somehow, as imperfect as they are. And when someone tells you, King Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines, and God gave him wisdom, God gave him this. Remember what I said. Champs, I love you. But as always, God loves you more. Till next time, my name is Francis Okeke. Bye, champs.